Korea is one of the most technologically advanced countries in the world, but it's filled with such a rich history. A country with bustling metropolises and stunning nature-filled oases. As a kid, I mostly heard about Korea in the historic context of the war, but modern Korea has come busting into the pop culture scene across the globe with K-pop, K-dramas, tech, cars, skincare, Korean fire noodles, and of course, Korean barbecue. And when I say across the globe, I mean it. We bonded with school kids in a mountain town in India over our shared love for BTS and Blackpink. We've danced to Gangnam Style with the grandma in a riverboat in Vietnam. We've shopped at markets in Turkey filled with Squid Games merch, and accidentally crashed a Super Junior anniversary party at a cafe in Mexico City. And before we started traveling, we lived in Los Angeles, the city with the highest concentration of Koreans outside of Korea, and no birthday celebration or visit from friends was complete without Korean barbecue and a night at a Noraebang. Korean food and culture has played a big role in our lives, and we are so excited to finally be here in Korea to truly experience what this beautiful country has to offer. Annyeonghaseyo from Seoul, South Korea! We are so excited to be here. We've been wanting to come here for so long. Not only experiencing the things we already knew we loved about this country, we love Korean barbecue, we love K-pop, but also experiencing and learning so many new things. Seoul is a city with so much to offer. There is history, and yet it's super modern. It's a massive mega city, but there's so much nature. There's so many people and so much energy, and yet it's very peaceful. Just getting here on the metro this morning, it's so clean and beautiful, and it's weird to describe a metro station as beautiful, but there's beauty in how clean and peaceful it is. And then the lovely song that plays as the train is coming, it just gets you hyped and excited to be in Korea and to be out exploring.
At the Gwanghwamun station that we got off, there was even an outdoor library where you could just pick up a book, sit in this relaxing nook and read.
And then here in the square where we are now, there's actually a pop-up summer beach event with a giant swimming pool here in the middle of the city. It's incredible to be here. There's so much to explore and take in. Just where we're standing, we can see these historic structures, these incredible big modern buildings, the beautiful mountains. It's just absolutely incredible. I can't wait to explore, but it is also extremely hot. We are here in the summer. I'm sweating so much just talking to you right now. We are so excited to give you our first impressions of this incredible city, of this incredible country. It's gonna be a great day. Let's adventure.
Oh, also, this is our friend King Sejong the Great. He invented the Korean alphabet.
Beautiful palace over here, mountains over here, incredible modern city over here. This is just incredible. We are so excited to be touring that beautiful historic castle, but first, we gotta dress the part. Into a traditional hanbok. When you are wearing one of these, you actually get free admission to the palace. Look at him. Oh, you look good. My hanboksum husband. Cute. It is so cool that renting these is so encouraged because it really does create this atmosphere of traveling back in time. There are dozens of hanbok rental shops in the area, and you can rent a traditional hanbok for less than $8. At this shop, that includes hairstyling. We paid around $11 so that we had more time to explore the palace, and luckily that time does not start until we leave because we spent forever looking at all of the beautiful options. We even have the ones that royalty wear and the ones that they wear in TV shows as well. I love this so much. We're walking around. So many people over here are wearing hanbok. I would say 50%. And so it truly, obviously, you're still walking past this beautiful modern city on this side, but you also have this feeling of being transported to the past. It does have a funny feeling to be walking across a modern crosswalk while wearing these. I don't want to speak too soon, but so far these are not quite as hot as I was nervous they would be. And if we weren't wearing hanbok, we would have to be over there buying a ticket right now. But because we're wearing them, to my understanding, we can just walk on in. We ran in so fast to see the changing of the guards that we were there before we really had the chance to take in the scale of this palace. It is massive. This is the biggest palace in Seoul. It was the primary palace of the Joseon dynasty. It is stunning. It is incredible to be here, feeling like you've stepped back into 1395 when this palace was completed. 1395, like that's so old and historic, and yet right behind it is beautiful modern day Seoul. And like over on this side, the beautiful mountains. Like it's just, already this city is blowing me away with how stunning it itself is, how like much they're honoring the history, honoring nature, but also like striving and innovating. And the fusion of all of it, being able to appreciate every single one of those aspects is incredible. This is so beautiful, and I feel really happy to be wearing our hanbok. Hanboks are highly encouraged to wear to the palaces. I know sometimes as a tourist, you're a little nervous, like, should I wear the traditional clothing of a different country? But here in Korea, they actually give free admission to the palace if you're wearing hanbok. And I think part of why they do that is because it truly does create this historic atmosphere. You feel more like you're taking a step back into 1395 and immersing yourself in what it was truly like back when this palace was thriving back in the days of the Joseon dynasty. It's really cool.
Remember our friend King Sejong from earlier? Not only did he invent the Korean alphabet, but he also did a bunch of scientific instruments like the sundial, the rain gauge, water clock, celestial globe. Yeah, he may not be credited with it internationally, but information didn't travel the way it does now, so invented it here as well. But these buildings are like where the king had a lot of these scientific instruments. Korea in historic times was an agricultural society, so being able to observe the stars and know the weather that was coming was very important to society as a whole. So the king played a very important role there.
It just gets more stunning with every step that we take. This is, I think, the best view we've seen so far, where you can see just the beautiful nature and history with the city in the background. It truly is like that here. Like, you truly do see everything all in one, and it is so beautiful.
This is where they fermented their pastes and soy sauce, aged soy sauce. Oh, so good. Gochujang, oh, fermented soybean paste, that is heaven.
Definitely the most important room in the palace.
The king's sauces.
It seems like every 3 businesses we see, maybe more, is a photo booth shop. So, of course, when we're dressed like this, it was definitely time to visit our first one here in Korea. It's just too fun. Oh, wow, who are they? Hanbok models. We have spent way longer picking out our hanbok and exploring the palace than I thought we would, but we are finally eating, and the kimchi has never tasted so good. We are like feverishly eating this food.
So mandu is one of those Korean dishes that has made its way all across the world. Our experience of mandu is limited to the BBQ brand that they sell in huge bags at Costco. It is so good, but something tells me it's a little different than the real deal. But we came at the perfect time to this Michelin bib restaurant because we didn't have to wait in that crazy long line. First thing, right off the bat, gigantic, humongous dumplings. I love how clear the skin is on top. I can see the generous amount of green onions underneath. So excited.
think it's physically impossible to have this all in one bite. Wow, so delicious. Juicy. This is like the natural juice from the meat. A little crispy onion in there too. And my favorite bit, vermicelli noodles. And that's kind of the signature thing that I've noticed in the BBQ mandu that I've had before. Boy, is it delicious.
Cold soybean soup. Perfect for a summer day. This is the summer special soup because it is literally a cold soup. Like there is an ice cube in here and they have these amazing fresh homemade noodles here. That's really interesting. The noodles are super good. It's more of a flavorful wheat. The cold broth hits the spot. It has this delicious like creamy texture, but it's not like heavy because it's like a cream that is literally coming from like emulsified soybeans. It's not like heavy, like a heavy whipping cream sort of base soup would be. So it's like perfect and light and refreshing on this summer day. Already trying new Korean foods, this soybean soup. Super fun and good. I'm glad we are getting new experiences. Back here is the incredible historic palace where during the Joseon dynasty, like this nation was run. And then here on this side is the presidential blue house, similar to a White House, but it's blue. And it is where the nation was run until a couple of years ago. This is where the president lived and worked, and there's a whole bunch of government offices around. It's really beautiful. I think maybe even a little more beautiful than our White House. It's really cool how they've, once again, kind of combined like modern architectural elements with the traditional. I think it's just cool that like the president was working here just, you know, 100 meters away from where the kings were ruling hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
It's important to keep your history in sight.
That was deep. Simmer in that. But it's closed because we took too long. There's these neighborhoods just filled with these historic traditional houses. This is called the Hanok village. And it's just so beautiful to see like all of these traditional buildings that are still being used today. Yes, they've like modernized them a bit. Like we've literally seen like Ring doorbells and like smart locks on them, but it's still really cool to see that these buildings are still being used today as homes and as businesses, preserving it while still modernizing the inside. Once again, you feel as if you're walking through history, but you're getting that fusion that we keep talking about, that really cool blend of the modern and the historic and traditional. We are here at this beautiful traditional tea house in one of the Hanok buildings. The vibes are awesome. There's seating on the floor, which we always love, but
Back support, but
they have floor chairs.
game changer. I love it.
We got this traditional Korean tea. It's jujube with bellflower. I don't know if it's actually traditional. Let us know in the comments below, but that is what it says on the menu. That is so good. That is so interesting. It's very sweet, but it has a bit of like a savory, kind of nuttier flavor as well. This is a great tea. Like almost like an earthy flavor in it as well. It's really good. Okay, and we experienced really, really old Seoul, and now we are here in the young, youthful area here in Hongdae. This place is popping. It is so lively. This is the heart of youth culture here in Seoul. There are so many cute shops. There's like musical performances, there's dances going on everywhere on the street. So many fun restaurants, so many cute shops. There's so many bars. This is one of the most lively, happening, fun places that we've been so far in the city, and I am so excited to explore so much of it. But first, the thing that I've honestly been looking forward to the most ever since we decided to come to Korea, Korean barbecue. Honestly, Korean barbecue was like one of my first introductions to Korea. The Koreatown in LA had this incredible Korean barbecue spot that was where we literally took everyone that came to visit. We went for every birthday, every big celebration. So Korean barbecue is very close to my heart, and I'm so excited to finally be trying it in Korea. And one thing I love about Korean food is that as soon as you sit down, you always have so many plates in front of you. Most restaurants give you bibs to protect you from the grease and the sauces. And what's really fun is to place your order here. There's actually a bell on the end of each table for you to just ring and call someone to come. When you're ready, they're ready to take it. You just let them know. I love that. And if you come to a restaurant in Korea, also like you might not see utensils on your table, but they're there. So you have to look around and you will find there are chopsticks, there are napkins. They might be on the side, they might be in a drawer at your table, but they will be there. You just have to look. I'm so excited.
So this right here is ventilation that's sucking up all the smoke, so you can get the delicious charcoaly flavor. Yes, they're using real coals, but without kind of like smoking up your whole house. They're set up perfectly because you get to taste the coals instead of breathing it in.
Some bulgogi here, wrapped in a sesame leaf. My first Korean barbecue here in Korea. Oh my god. This is so freaking good. Obviously, we have amazing Korean barbecue in LA. Don't get me wrong. But this with the coals, like I feel like you really are getting that flavor. And then typically at home, you know, you can get lettuce wrapped, but these sesame leaves, like that is a perfect combination. Just this delicious fresh flavor combined with the yummy, delicious, spicy, sweet, marinated meat. This is so fun. Definitely feeling that youth culture here. There's autographs all over the walls from celebrities. There's so many people. It's so lively, shouting out as people come in. This is amazing. Like this is what I dreamed of.
They give you floss so that after you eat, you clean up.
Floss and a show. With all of these amazing performances as inspiration, it's time to put on our own private performance in a karaoke room. Just walking in, the vibes are already so high. The party has already started. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is our private room.
Oh, window.
This is so cool. We paid for an hour and we're up here. We have this private room with this beautiful view looking down over Hongdae. This is so awesome. Protected. Hello, hello. It's Saturday night here in Hongdae. Let's go. Okay, everybody on the streets, are you ready for this? Try to sing in Korean. That was so ridiculous and fun. My favorite part is that like when you're singing, you can like sing to the people walking by in the streets and they're looking up too, because it's so hilarious to see like rows and rows of people singing karaoke from the street. They're like your biggest fans in that moment. It's amazing. It's so much fun. Woo! Just don't look at these scores. These are so good. We are loving exploring Korea so far. This country is full of so much beauty and history, and the people are amazing. The karaoke and the photo booths and the street performances are so much fun, and the food is incredible. Please hit those like and subscribe buttons to join us as we explore more of this beautiful country. It seriously helps us so much. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, watch one of these videos. YouTube picked it out just for you.
Encore, 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 encore.